The main focus of this paper is about the lack of attention given to the relationship between culture and entrepreneurship in studies on small business and entrepreneurs. Other than that, the paper also highlighted about the importance of international studies or research on the economic impact of cultural institutions, which led to a new wave of cultural concern during the late 80s. Now we move on into the perspective of entrepreneurship. Based on research about economic and industrial development, interest has been increased for developing firms and jobs during post-war period. Many new jobs has been opened due to the contribution by startup of small and medium firms. Economic development are being promoted by community entrepreneurship concepts. Economic development are not only depends on individual entrepreneurs but also developing adequate societal institutions and regulations, eliminating barriers and in various ways stimulating development. Finally, the main role of community entrepreneurs are such as breaking patterns, combining available resources, and taking risks. Based on culture, there are two concepts, which is culture as an sector and culture as an aspect of all cultures. Culture as an sector focuses on parts of economy and social life. It also aims at developing a business or institution based on cultural concept. Besides that, culture is an impact of all cultures focused upon person in the arena provided by culture by launching initiatives that can facilitate restructuring and economic vitalization of an area. Other than that, it also makes distinction between descriptive and cognitive culture of concept. There are three types of triangle entrepreneurship, which is private entrepreneurship, community entrepreneurship, and cultural entrepreneurship. Private entrepreneurship is a classical form of entrepreneurship where market economy is the most important arena and to exploit market opportunities by developing commercial firms. Other than that, community entrepreneurship is develop public infrastructure, which facilitates economic development by eliminating barriers and supporting mechanisms for economic development in the private sector. Lastly, cultural entrepreneurship is to influence or change the frame of reference of the people in an area and improving more generally standards of an area and creating more attractive environment for residential areas.
Entrepreneurship in the arena of cultural economics may be little different from other kinds of private entrepreneurship. One important explanation seems to be that there is a lack of potential entrepreneurs in rural areas able to enter the arena of cultural economics. People are concerned about economic development in rural areas. And the next one is developing cultural institutions and business can also contribute to the creation of new jobs. Introduction to cultural entrepreneurship. Cultural entrepreneurship may be interpreted as the action of implementing tasks aimed at changing the culture of an area. Culture entrepreneurship in industrial restructuring. Traditionally, restructuring has been regarded as a pure economic or technical task. It has just been a question of changing from one type of firm or industry to another. Culture, Cultural entrepreneurship for economic investments. Special attention has been given to younger labor market, partly inspired by Anderson 1985 and 1988.
In summary, cultural entrepreneurship potential for regional economic development is acknowledged, despite a positive bias in this early exploration. Key areas for future research include cultural as an economic growth sector, multiplier effect, cultural public services, identity expressions, and its influence on an area's economic performance. Cultural entrepreneurship prove crucial in fostering openness to alternative economic pathways.